When I was growing up, I had the typical all-American old school family. My father worked and my mother stayed at home to manage the house and raise all six of us kids. Being a young girl, this was impressionable enough to make me believe that this was the job you have when you become a woman. You were supposed to get married, have children, raise those children, and your husband worked and took care of everything financial. At 19 years old, I met a guy and quickly fell in love. Then not long after that, I got pregnant with my first child and had him at just 20 years old. My second one came at 21, my third at 23, and I am now expecting my fourth any day now. I learned at an early age how wrong the ideology of a man being the breadwinner and the woman being the homemaker turned out to be. We live in such different times that the women are now required to do most of it on her own. We live in an age where men do not have to be present in the household. They no longer have to take responsibility for their children, and a majority is placed on the mother. Even if the mother files for child support, he is not required to pay. They can enforce payment, but only if they have a way to serve him notice. This has been my experience having children. I've done it by myself for many years. I cannot begin to explain to you the financial hardship that this has placed on me. Me and my children have struggled to survive for a long time. My children get bullied at school for being the poor kids. There were many days of going hungry just to ensure my children had enough food to eat. I had to sacrifice everything about myself and my life to now solely provide for three helpless individuals. Many nights we sat in the dark with no electricity, no heat on cold nights, and no food in our cupboards. I would call their father and he would say this wasn't his problem and quickly hang up the phone. It was this past fall at 31 years old that I made the decision to invest in the rest of my future and my life and go back to school. My struggle had beaten me down so much to the point I had no way to go but up. I wish I had been taught the importance of investing into an education, settling in a career, and then investing my money after I started my career. I may have not done it 10 plus years ago, but I started on that path this fall. I am now 32 years old and just now finishing my first year of college. I will not be prepared to retire when a lot of my peers will be. This leads me to my first main point. The importance of investing early in life can help you live the life you want early on and maintain financial stability. According to an online article titled Why You Should Start Investing Early by Randy Cass, he gives us 5 reasons to start investing as early as possible. Reason 1. By not investing, you're missing out on opportunities like compounding returns. Every day that passes uninvested is a day you're missing out on compound returns, and that is a crying shame. Making regular investments in a retirement account or an investment portfolio can lead to many compounding benefits. Forget what compound returns are, you don't know what they are. According to Investopedia, the compound return is the rate of return, typically expressed as a percentage, which represents the cumulative effect that a series of gains or losses have on an original amount of capital over a period of time. Reason 2, you can improve your spending and saving habits. Investing early will help develop positive spending habits earlier on because it teaches important lessons about budgeting, spending, and saving. The earlier in life you learn those lessons, the more you will benefit. People who practice investing early are less likely to overspend or be careless with their money in the long run. Reason number 3, time is working in your favor. Your biggest asset is time. Even if you're just investing in retirement savings, nothing is going to make up for compound interest. Also, if you lose any money in the market, investing early gives you more time to make it back before you actually need it. Reason number 4, give inflation a run for your money. On average, inflation decreases your money's value each and every year. So you need your money to grow fast enough to outpace inflation, and for most, investing is one of the only ways to keep up with inflation. Reason number 5, retirement will be less scary for you. Today, many boomers are facing a rather large problem. They don't have savings for retirement, or what they have saved is simply not enough. If retirement were around the corner, having no investments could be an issue. However, if you start investing early enough, you could avoid making impulsive decisions when you're nearing retirement. Also, the quality of life during retirement will also benefit you because you'll have a larger nest egg and less stressors. Investing at any age isn't easy, but waiting to invest for when it's convenient isn't the best approach because it's never going to be easy. Don't fall into the "I need a lump sum of cash to start investing" trap. Start small with whatever you can afford to invest today because it's most likely going to be worth more tomorrow. Now let's look at the cost of retirement and how much you're losing by not investing. Wendy Connick wrote an article last year on April 21st, 2017, and she tells us that no one wants to spend their retirement bagging groceries, but without sufficient retirement savings, that's how you may be spending your golden years. The latest Merrill Lynch Finances and Retirement Survey released in March 2017 revealed that the average cost of retirement has risen to $738,400, and of that number, $260,000 will go to healthcare costs alone. According to Fidelity's retiree healthcare cost estimate, but $738,400 is just an average. Retirees accustomed to higher incomes may need more than this to maintain their standard of living in retirement. Sorry, I'm getting really hot up here. If we look at "Here's How Much Money You Lose by Not Investing" by Eric Rosenberg, he tells us the cost of not investing just $20 a month. $20 a month is $240 a year, and after 25 years, it turns into $6,000. Now that's not a lot, and these amounts but they're not including interest or investments. If you were to invest that $20 at the end of every month instead of the $240 per year with 10% interest, at the end of 25 years, you will have accumulated $26,537. Now that is a nice amount of money to add towards your retirement. As you can see, investing can mean the difference between struggling after retirement or living financially secure. You may ask yourself, what does it mean to be financially secure? According to Quicken.com, financial security refers to the peace of mind you feel when you aren't worried about your income being enough to cover your expenses. That would be nice. It also means that you have enough money saved to cover emergencies and your future financial goals. According to an article titled 5 Steps to Maintain Financial Security in Retirement by Brian Preston and Bo Hansen, the 5 steps to maintain financial security in retirement are as follows. Number 1, keep cash reserves flush. While you are still in the workplace, your cash reserve should be worth 3 to 6 months living expenses, and when in retirement, it should be 12 to 18 months of living expenses. Number 2, maintain the appropriate investment portfolio. Ensure that your portfolio is allocated to enough conservative holdings to cover 3 to 5 years of living expenses. 3, be debt-free. Try to keep everything to a minimum and stay as far out of debt as you can. This will pay off in the long run. Be flexible with how you live in retirement. When the financial markets are struggling to find direction, be gentle with your spending and nurture your nest egg. When the markets are generating large returns, it is okay to be ambitious and spend a little more on large life events, including travel goals and major purchases. 5, don't do nothing. Make sure you are living a life that you dreamed about with time for friends, family, and travel. Having financial freedom does not mean you have to drop off the grid. If there was a job or hobby that you've ever had time for while working, then this is your time to move forward with those interests. As we can see, it is important to make investments as soon as you can. The sooner you start making investments, the more you can start saving and seeing compound returns. The cost of retirement is almost unaffordable. The cost of retirement is on the rise, and it's only going to continue to get higher. Therefore, we all must start preparing for our future right away. Financial security is not only important when we're young, it's important all throughout life. It is important for us to prepare for any of life's unexpected curves and ups and downs, and it all starts with investing early in life. Thank you.